Hi, welcome to Raj Nilnai. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the status report of the project whenever we are working on any of the projects. So this is the template which normally we follow in reference to the status report of the project, which is on weekly basis, where we have to mention the project manager name followed by the code of the project here. As there are different projects will run on development center, multiple projects for multiple projects and different project codes will be given apart from the project name. After that, we need to mention the project manager name followed by date of status entry and next period of coverage followed by the projected date of completion of the project. But the report, whatever I'm explaining you now, it's relating to the weekly report. Sometimes in organizations, we prepare weekly reports. Some may be monthly reports, etc. It depends on their structure of the project planning, whatever they do, that will vary. Next, we need to know about the project status for that particular week, wherein we need to mention over the status of the overall project, followed by the kind of roadblocks which are existed in it. At the same time, whatever the potential risks which are involved in working on the application development, or else as well as the kind of delays or something, all this has to be mentioned here. But we need to provide the summary even, whatever the summary of the status of the project roadblocks, that summary has to be mentioned. At the same time, we need to provide milestones because milestones varies, depends on the kind of project planning what we do. That may be of different types there, right? So milestones may be varying. It will not be the same all the time. Milestones will vary. So maybe, for example, first 2 months, right? So in 2 months, what is that we want to deliver is what we have to know first. After that, next. That's how generally the schedule will be planned. This is all something relating to the milestones is what we have to update here. After that, here we need to mention the components of the project. Maybe if there is any budget which is overrun or under or on to the budget. So that status has to be mentioned here, budget related status. At the same time, whoever is involving in it, right? So the owner as well as team details followed by the night notes will be mentioned here also. After that, we will be mentioning about the resources because these resources may vary. It will not be the same time all the time, like whatever the roadblocks we have, right? So what are the potential risks, delays on track? All these things has to be updated under the status followed by owner or team name, notes, etc. All this has to be mentioned over here. Next, we have to update the timelines. It's not only the resources, either it can be technical or the budget related. At the same time, we have to mention over the timelines even. What are the different timelines we have for the project, whatever are we developing on. Along with this, we need to know about the scope as well. Scope, nothing but possibility. What are the possible areas while we are working on the application, and what could be the possibilities if these are any room for us to add any new things to the existing stuff. All these things comes under the scope of the project. At the same time, whatever the tasks which were accomplished based on the task number, description, who is holding this, whatever the reception, all that will be mentioned over here. At the same time, risk and roadblocks. What are the risks which are involved in it? We need to mention the description of the risk and how we are going to fix it. Right? So that information has to be mentioned. Next, these are the highlights and as well as key takeaways. What are the highlights do we have, right? So key takeaways, all this information has to be updated. After that, upcoming work, right? What is that work we are about to do for the next week? Right? Because this is a weekly status report, as I told you. Upcoming work of that particular week. Followed by this, we need to mention about the milestones of the project, right? So milestone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So wherein we need to mention about the project start date, right? Current timeline position, roadblocks, all these things substantially we have to update it here accordingly. This is what all about the weekly project status reports. We prepare being a people who are involving in project management or people who are involving in managing multiple projects and all that. So this is how generally this weekly project status reports and all everything will be prepared. This is all about this video. If you have any questions, if you have any queries in regard to that, please reach out to the contact details which will be posted in below to this video. Thank you.